What's going on, everyone? It's me, your boy, the golfer here, coming off of yesterday's 9-hole round, which you guys are about to see. It is some absolute championship level golfing. Not actually, but we're trying to get there, you know? This video is really just kind of what it looks like to play 9 holes with a 14 to 17 handicapper, somewhere around there. I don't have an established handicap, so I like to say I'm around 15 or 16. And basically we're just trying to improve the handicap right now. That's what it is. I mean, that's all we're doing, is just golfing. So a couple things I want to mention. Number one, I've never recorded a round like this, so I was a little bit nervous. And number two, I'm just going to kind of voice over a lot of my shots. Some of them I skipped because, like I said, I was a little nervous about setting up the camera and stuff for every shot. But I'm trying to keep it interesting. I don't want to bore you guys with shots. Also, the ball tracer I use is one that I have to manually put it on my phone. And I can't really get it to go away after the shots. So sometimes if I pick up the camera and move after I use the tracer, you'll see it stay on. So I apologize for the lower production quality, but this whole thing recorded, edited, all that on iPhone, so bear with me here. But that being said, I'm not going to waste your time. Goal today, or goal yesterday, I guess, was lose no balls and try and go below 40, because that's where I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get to be able to shoot 18 holes and break 80. So par for this course I'm playing is 36, and I actually started on, I believe, the fourth hole. Yeah, the fourth hole, because that's just how the traffic was moving at the course. So let's get to the round. All right, so my first hole, par 5, trying to play over those trees and hit actually a really nice drive here. Thought this was going to play super well. Ended up in the rough a little bit in some pretty bad grass, but I got my brand new 3-wood. Well, new for me, it's not a new club, and totally duffed it from probably 280 out. But it did roll a lot and got it to about 105. So I'm going to take a light P wedge here, which is pretty much my only club I've got for this distance. And I end up hitting a pretty nice ball, put it on the backside of the green. So we're now at this point going to be chipping for birdie, seeing if we can make something happen. And I hit a pretty nice chip here. I thought for a second it might go in, but went a little past. Now par putt, can we drop it? Absolutely we can, so pretty happy with that one. Hole 2, this is a par 4, pretty much straight ahead. I hit a terrible drive here, but it caught a great bounce and roll, put me in this spot about 110 out from the pin, and I'm aiming between those two trees. It's where the flag is, and I absolutely dot this ball with my pitching wedge, so very happy with that. And here you can see the putt, so we're shooting for a birdie here, and expecting a little bit of a break to the left. I would say it doesn't really break until the end, and then even that's not enough. So we go up here and just take a tap in to keep it even through the first 2 holes, so not bad. Now here we are on a par 3. This is my 3rd hole, and I've got a 7-iron for a 150-yard pin. I hit a really nice ball here. That's a nice shot. Hey! Now peep your boy fixing the divot, lining up for a long putt. You can see the tripod there in the shadow. I would say this was about 20 feet, and expecting a little break, and it just doesn't go. So now for 3 here, gonna putt and just miss. No excuse, just terrible putt. So tapping in for a bogey, not great. We're 1 over through 3 holes. Not a terrible start, but not what we wanted. Proceeding to our 4th hole, this is a par 4. It's a big downhill. Green is straight ahead, and we're trying to lay up here with a 5-iron. The green is about 265, which I could if I striped a drive, but I normally lay up with a 5 here. So hit a pretty good ball. Goes a little bit to the right, but I imagine it's going to kick back a little. Pretty nice. And there you can see I've walked through the tracer. But here we actually were in a pretty bad lie, and you can see my practice swings taking big divots. But this was a decent ball, just far to left. Struck it well, but this puts us in a tough spot. Green is uphill, but I hit a really nice recovery chip.
That was a good shot.
So that puts us on the green here, putting for par, pretty close to the pin, and I quite like this shot. And keep in mind, at this point, we've yet to lose a ball, and with that putt, we're only 1 over through 4 holes, which is pretty good. Round update. So we started on hole 4, proceeding here, +1, which is not too bad. I don't really know how I look right now. I'm sitting in the cart chilling, waiting for the group in front of me to play. Very nice day out. We got into, I believe, the high 80s today, in case you guys were curious about that weather. Off, as you can see, the course is just looking prime, amazing, lovely, wonderful, and beautiful. So here I am. This is a beautiful hole, and basically, if you see that little dip down in the trees, the green is over them. So if I can drive this, which is very doable, and I almost do here. That was a wonderful tee shot. I really love that. So this is the position I was left in. This is a par 4. So I believe I just said I'm trying to chip in for eagle there. And let's see, can we do it? What do you guys think? Stop and comment below. Do I get the chip in for eagle here? No, I don't.
Well, we might have to settle for a birdie.
This one's a little hard for me to read. I'm expecting a little break left. There's some bumps in the grass, but pretty straight on, I think. Dude, that's a joke. That's sick. Bogey, or par, but we need a birdie to cut that stroke, so maybe next hole. Okay, so at this point, I'm going into the 9th hole of the course, and you can see my scorecard here. So the thing about this 9th hole is that it leads directly up to a restaurant where people can sit outside and watch. And as I mentioned, this is the first time I'm ever setting up a camera and stuff for every golf shot, and I was not about to do that in front of this restaurant. So for this hole, I recorded my first 2 shots, 3 shots actually, and then you're just gonna have to trust me on the rest. Trying to play up here with a hybrid, and just topped it terribly. Ended up right in front of that little bank.
I'm literally barely in front of the women's tee box.
So at this point, I'm just trying to, again, lay up with an 8-iron.
Like, that's not even a great layup. That's, like, honestly weak, but...
And then here I am again with my 3-wood, which, keep in mind, this is like my 2nd time ever hitting it. And I actually caught this one pretty good. It went yard. This is a par 5, which I don't know if I mentioned. And that put me about 100-ish away. From there, I proceeded to miss the green, chip on, and then 2-putt for an atrocious double bogey or 7 on that hole. So coming off that last hole, I was not trying to do that again. I needed to recover my scores here, and I'll just let you watch what happens on the tee. Ignore that club drop. That was immature, but frustrated. So lo and behold, I decided to pull that 3-wood out again because I'm still probably 250-ish, and this ball I lost in the sun.
No idea.
So I ended up right at the green, down a pretty huge slope, and unfortunately just caught this one really short. So at this point, we're trying to chip in for a par, which is pretty unlikely, looking like a bogey, and I'll just let you watch how this hole plays out. Just frustration here, and even with the putter, just can't quite get it there. So
triple bogey.
So that was rough, but here I'm on my 8th hole, and this is the toughest tee shot on the course. You can't really see it, but I'm playing water, and I'm trying to aim towards those sands. And this ball started off so nicely, but just ended up out of bounds.
We got a TaylorMade 1 now. This is a Penta TP3, which I've actually never seen. So we're playing the drop because I believe my ball went out of bounds. So this is my 3-wood again, which at this point the round is a little bit toast. We're not giving up yet, but we're just gonna try and hit the big club. Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty straight. Not bad, not bad. We'll have a chip. We're 6 over. We need to chip this in to par this hole, or else we'll go 7 or 8 over. And then we have a par 3 coming.
Just getting these practice swings in, feeling terrible over this ball, but it's not a terrible position or a terrible lie. I've got my 55 degree, which I've been hitting a lot of my chips with. And look at this ball. I mean, oh, like, really that would have been nice, but that's okay. We'll take the little tap in. So this is it. It's our last hole, par 3 by 120 with a 9-iron, and I just duffed it. Like, bad ball.
It's actually not in the worst spot, but it was a terrible shot.
And again, I elect for that 55 degree here.
It's okay, not good. And that's just what I'm looking like right now, like a total boss, big stepper. If you guys can see, this is the putt we're left with.
So a little glove toss and some unconventional camera positioning, but I'm just hoping to get a nice clean shot of a quick little par here, and I'll just let you watch how it unfolds.
Cut. I did tap that in for bogey, so I believe we finished at 8 over, which is a horrendous round. But we were playing fine golf up until, you know, the 9th hole, my, 5th hole or 4th hole. And I don't know. Guess we just have to play better next time. All right, guys, so I just got back from the course, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed. I know my gameplay isn't nothing special, but it's fun. Golf is life.